Hello, how's everybody this fine Saturday? Today, I want to talk about eyeshadow. So, I've already done my face, which I pretty much just did what I did the other day. I put on my loose powder foundation on my primer first, and then did my eyebrows. And I think I'm actually having a good eyebrow day today, although it looks like I missed a spot. It looks like I got a little spot there. There. I could like do my brows all day until I get them to what I think is perfect, right? I'm a little brow obsessed. See, that's a little bit too, I don't want to look angry. Don't want to look angry, don't want to look surprised. Hold on. Let me do a little smidge. So, I'm sure everybody has a busy day today. I know I do. I have a graduation party to go to. My mother's coming into town. Al has a gig, which I don't think I'm going to make, unfortunately. But busy day. So, let's get started. I want to talk to you about eyeshadow. Now, Younique has several different kinds of eyeshadow. They have one of my favorites, which is the cream shadows, that comes in these cute little pots. They come in two different varieties. This one is a matte finish, and I also have, where's my proud? I have a couple of colors in matte finish. And hold on a second, my son is yelling at me. What? About 10 minutes, I said. All right, just hold on. 12-year-old boys, they're a joy. Okay, so back to what I was saying. There are two different varieties. There are matte colors and there are sparkly colors or glittery colors, or however you want to describe them. And one thing I want to bring up while I'm digging for my brush for cream shadows is that they have two very different consistencies when you buy them. One is the sparkly ones. Can you see this right here? This is Hopeful, and it is very much like a whipped, I'm trying to show you. See how that's kind of squishy and not like tight in the pot, right? It goes on really nice, very smooth, and these do not crease. Very important, do not crease. But the consistency of those is very different than the matte. See this? This is like I'm pushing down with my finger, and I'm getting a little bit on my finger, but it's very much a more solid consistency. And then when I put this on my hand, that's what this one looks like. But so don't be surprised, because some people have thought that their eyeshadows were having a problem because there's such different consistencies based off of what color or what if they're matte or shiny. So that's lesson number one. We also have, for the eyeshadows, the palettes. There are 5 of these. They all have different kind of color flavors, if you will, and I will show you each one of those in a minute. And then they also have these, which are actually being retired. These are the little loose pigment guys. I got dog hair on there. Great. Loose pigment guys. These are on sale right now, $10 a piece. Oops. I can let you know if you're interested what colors are still available, because they are selling out fast. And they also come in either a matte or a shiny color. Okay, so one very important thing about your eyeshadow is you have to put on some kind of base, right? I never did this before, and I never knew why my eyeshadow wasn't staying on my eyes. And it's because I didn't use a primer or a base. What I use is this Victoria's Cream Shadow as my base for everything, no matter what color I'm wearing. And I like it because it is it's a matte nude color. I cover my entire lid with it, both my true lid and all the way up to my eyebrow. And it does a couple of things. It prepares your eyelid for your powder shadow, so it makes it sticks better, makes it last longer, keeps it from creasing, and it also evens out the color of your eyelid. Look. So when you're applying your shadow, you get an even color. And I got shadow in my eyebrow. So this gives it just a nice canvas to start with. And you don't need a lot. I've had this cream shadow since, oh gosh, March maybe? End of March. I use it every day, and I'm nowhere near getting to the bottom of it. So this will last a really, really long time. Now what I'm using here too is the cream shadow brush, which if you're going to use a lot of cream shadows, see how it's very tight together? I would recommend this. If you're just going to use cream shadow for your base, you can do that for your finger because you don't need a whole lot of precision to put it on. But if you're going to experiment with different cream shadows in other places other than your base, I would highly recommend getting this brush. All right, so next we're going to put on a palette. And so we're going to go through, I'll show you all of them. So palette 1 is a very neutral browns, right? Palette 2 is the one I showed you before, grays and taupe kind of colors. Palette 3 has got some pinks and purples, some taupes, and then a pretty much black. Palette 4 is the one I had on yesterday. Oh no, palette 3 was the one I had on yesterday. Palette 4 has got your blues and browns, earth tones. And palette 5, where's my palette 5? Okay. Is one that people think is really scary, but I actually like it a lot. And it is our crazy bright colors, right? But when you put them on your eyes, they're not that insanely bright. But I am going to use palette 5 today because I'm feeling a little festive. And I think those are fun colors. So, and I want to show you too that they're not as crazy as you think. Oh, my nose itches. Okay, so what I like to do is I use the crease brush to put in my transition and crease color, and I pretty much always do that first and then do my lid last because I like to do bright pop on my lid, and this way I can, if I mess up, it's easier to kind of blend it all in. So we're gonna do, let's see, what should we do today? We're gonna do like this kind of a purpley pinkish color, Victorious, right here. And I'm gonna put that in my actual crease. Now one of the things you might wanna know too is depending upon the shape of your eye, you need to do different kinds of application technique. I have kind of what's called a hooded eye. I'm not overly hooded, but, and it's hard to look straight on here, but as you can see, this part of my eye kind of overhangs my lid, so you don't actually see much of my lid or really my crease unless I'm blinking. So in order to get a little bit more color when my eyes open, I put a little bit more just above my crease, but I try to keep it towards the outside, not go too far in. And then you see I got to go a little bit more right here just so you can see it. Otherwise you don't see that color really much at all, right? And you really don't. I'm barely like tapping my brush in this palette, just so you know. I'm like doop doop. And then we're going to do this eye. So I start in my crease and then I work my way up. And then let's go this way a little bit more. I can go down a little bit more in the actual crease area like I did on this side. And one of the things that's important to remember is you're never going to get them exactly the same. I could be doing this all day long and I'll never get them the same. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little purple and we're just going to dot right here. And the purple color, sorry, is Fearless. So we're going to work on pinks and purples today. And I'm just dotting it and dabbing it because I don't want to get a lot. I want to get a little bit of a darker color in here. Just a little in the crease and a little along the lash line. Let's get a little bit more. my son is going to have a conniption fit because we're trying to go to this graduation party. Okay. All right. Now, last but not least, I want to do a little bit of a shine on my actual lid just above my eyeball. But what I'm going to do for that one is I'm going to go back. I'm going to take a cream shadow, and I'm going to get that one I had before, which is kind of a fun pink. Where is it? Hopeful is what it's called. And this is just going to give me a little bit of shine in the center of my eye. And I'm going to take my cream shadow brush, and we're just going to go right there. And again, you don't need a ton. And again, I'm going to blend, so don't, you know, you can always go back and blend. And see, it just gives you a little bit of shine right there. And some people, depending upon, again, the shape of your eye, I like to do it right in the center. Some people will bring it all the way into the inside corner of their eye, their shiny stuff. And I can give you, I do have a graphic that talks about, you know, if you've got almond shape eyes or whatever shape, what is the best. I gotta get a little bit more on here. Keep dabbing it in there and I'm not getting any. Okay, there we go. And I also have old eyelids, so I have to kind of go back and forth or it gets all stuck, and you know, I get what I call the speed bumps where it's like because my lids are loose. What did I do with the lid? Here it is. All right, so now that I have all that on, I'm going to blend it a little bit with my deluxe brush, which is in here somewhere. This. So I take this, it's kind of a fluffy brush, and I just kind of blend everything together a little bit. And there you go. There is my eyeshadow for today. Now, last but not least, we're going to put a little liner on. And what I am going to use today is, where is it? I thought I had everything out, but of course I didn't. Here we go. Proud is a dark brown cream shadow, which, by the way, I use this as an eyeliner. You can use this as a dark shadow. You can also use it on your brows if it's the right color for you. And then I'm going to take my eyebrow tool, which we talked a little bit about yesterday, if I can find this sucker. I like using this because it's a very fine little brush, and then I just kind of drag it in here a little bit to pick up some product. As you can see, I do that a lot because it's got a lot of little dimples in there. And then I just like to do a little bit of liner on the lash line because I don't want to get too much into that fun glittery stuff that I just put on there. See, it just gives a little definition. And I cannot see out of my right eye. So when I do this with my left eye closed, it's very difficult to see what I'm doing. So hopefully I'm getting it in the right spot. And then we're just going to drag a little bit. And notice I didn't put any more on because I just want a nice, fun, fresh look today. I think I need a little bit more over here. All right. That's going to do it. Mascara, and off we go. All right, kids. So, not that you haven't seen me do this a million times, but I'm going back to this new mascara because I just can't get over it. I really should do my fibers one more day. Maybe you know what? Maybe tomorrow I'll do fibers and Epic because I know some people have done that too. Ta-da! I love this stuff. Just put a little on the bottom. crazy. All right. Quick lip. Oh, today's National Lipstick Day, I guess. Not sure. But I thought I saw that on the internet somewhere. I like these lip stains, and I'll talk about lips another day. But I might as well finish. These lip stains are my favorite, though. I'll let that dry, put a little gloss over top, and off we go. Bye, guys.